Alright, so you see here, I got this, it's a 12 bolt, it's a rear end from a A-body, so this is the same rear end that goes in the Chevelles and the full-size cars of the Impala, I believe it was in some Monte Carlos, select few Camaros also. There's a couple different cars that this rear end came out of, but there's a performance rear end. It's set up with the 4-link suspension, so that's really desired as far as performance type car. But it's a common upgrade for a lot of guys that have the Chevelles or anything that they want a little bit of power from. Put a posi rear end, posi center section in, and just some higher gears, and this rear end can handle it over the 10 bolt rear end that most cars come up with. This is 8.875, I believe, 8 7/8 inch ring gear over the 8.2 rear end that a lot of cars would come with. But these aren't too common of a rear end, especially if you want like a 373 posi or a 410, 411 posi unit. If you find those, they're usually about $1,000, $1,200, $1,500 at least for a good one. That probably looks about like this, so not too good. But I picked this one up for 250 bucks. The thing is with this one, it's not a posi unit, and it has highway gears in it. So this is just a regular 12 bolt rear end. They actually put these in a lot of cars. So this one came out of a 68 Impala, and I'm going to be putting it into my 66 Impala. Going to be cleaning it up, putting a 373 posi unit in, and redoing the brakes, and obviously, like I said, cleaning it up. And the guy that I bought it from, he just cut it out of his car and sold it to me, so I got a heck of a deal on it. So just gonna clean it up and do it all myself, and just kind of go through that process, but put new brake lines on it, and it should be a pretty simple install then, because it's the same 4-link suspension that's in my 66 Impala. So basically everything's just going to bolt right up. Just drop the old one out, bolt the new one in. The only thing I'm not very sure on is the yoke size. I think it's bigger on the 12 bolt. I don't know, I'm gonna have to measure that, but besides that, everything else is the same, except for maybe you get the bigger drums. I'm just going to leave those on for now, just because it's the drums are on the car now and it works. So yeah, just going to go through this is the first part of a series, I guess, of me going through this rear end and getting it set up for the 373 posi, just a how-to. So I'll put a link in the description for the video below about the where to find these rear ends with the passenger cars with the highway gears, because they are the common rear end with the highway gears. You have to change out the carrier, and you have to change your gears, and you have a performance rear end then. So yeah, like I said, I'll put the link below in the description, and just keep watching, and you'll see how I go through the whole thing, and hopefully get this installed in my Impala and do some burnouts.